Hey ladies, how's it going? Nice Girl Jen here, Jennifer Delatorre, creator founder of Nice Girls Finish Last. And I haven't been live for a while. As you guys join, please say hello and let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments. So I labeled this being nice won't protect you, but what will? So what am I talking about? You guys already know that I ran with the theme of Nice Girls Finish Last, which gets both good and bad response when someone first sees it. But here's what I wanted to share with you. When you start off in business, when you start off as as an entrepreneur and you're looking to make a name for yourself, you're looking to build something larger than yourself, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you're doing things that you typically wouldn't do, and they're kind of scary and you feel a little insecure. We always tend to have that wanting to be liked thing going on in our lives, and it's just because of the way we're brought up, especially women. Wouldn't you guys hear me talk about this in previous lives? And so what I mean by being nice won't protect you is that, look, I've always been the nice girl. Okay, that's why I call myself Nice Girl Jen. I've always been the nice girl. And a lot of women tend to think that if they're just nice enough, people will accept them. If they're just nice enough, people will like them. If you're just nice enough, people will do good by them. But that's not necessarily true, is it? And I'm sure you guys have found that in your own life and your own experiences. And so when you start off in business and you're doing things that are new and intimidating and out of your comfort zone, you're still holding on to that, well, I'm a really nice person and I'm really nice to everybody. So you're just automatically expecting that you're going to get positive feedback and encouragement from people. And that's just not the case, okay? So look when I was in school, I was a very nice person. I still got criticism. I still got insulted. Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining. People around me didn't always support what it is that I was doing or wanted to do, or if I talked about my goals and my dreams and what I want to accomplish, or my business ideas, my ventures that I wanted to go on. People didn't always accept it. And where I thought that, oh, these people care about me, oh, these people love me, oh, these people like me, I was waiting to see a smile on their face or yeah, go get them, you can do it. That wasn't always the case. Sometimes it was like, oh, okay, yeah, that might work, or oh, that's interesting, or you think that'll work out? Or you could just tell there's a little bit of they think you're foolish, or maybe a little envy there, I don't know. But you could read something on their face and it's discouraging to you, right? Years ago, getting online, I actually had a family member that, after asking, wouldn't even go like my business page, my fan page, because apparently that's just not something they do. But then a week later, I saw, because you can see everything in the news feed, right? I saw that they liked another business page. So what do you mean that's not what you do? That doesn't even make sense. And here's the problem. Just because you're nice doesn't protect you. Just because you're nice doesn't mean you're going to always get the support, the approval of others. And so what happens is it hits you. It's like a blow, right? And immediately you feel discouraged and you feel like, what just happened? And maybe I'm doing something wrong, Hey, Robin. And so you get discouraged and you start doubting what you're doing. You start thinking, maybe I am crazy. Maybe I shouldn't try this business out. Maybe I shouldn't do lives anymore because no one seems to like them or somebody criticized you, right? Here's another thing. I wrote down a couple notes. Hey, Katie. Hey, Robin. So another thing too, years ago, got into this business where you had to host like home parties, okay? It wasn't a network marketing business at all. It was a drop ship business. And I remember I was like, all right, as corny as I felt, I'm going to host a party, okay? Because that's what we all do. We don't know what we're doing. And so I did that. But the only people that I had around me at that time that I really knew was a few business associates, but mostly It was family. So if any of you happen to watch, sorry. Anyways, so I invited them all. A couple of them came, like a neighbor or two came, and some of them just blew me off. Like didn't even say, hey Jen, can't make it. Nothing. And then could I have been making, like, looking too into it or assuming? Maybe. But then afterwards we went out to eat, and one of them that should have been there called one that was there, and you could tell by the awkward conversation, they're kind of laughing at the situation and like, oh, I didn't want to be there kind of thing. And of course, I don't know what was being said, right? So I'm not just going to start getting mad over no reason, but you start to feel insecure and you start to feel like, wow, what a blow. You know, how insulting is that? And it makes you feel like crap. And then here's what happens. You don't want to do anything moving forward. You don't want to do that other home party. You don't want to push that sale. You don't want to make that phone call because you feel so beaten up and so insecure because you're like, I'm so nice to everybody. Why aren't they just like buying from me? Why don't they just support me? Why don't they at least smile and say, yeah, you can do it, and give me a word of encouragement? And so with that, you let all the fear come in, you let all the, self-doubt kick in, and you stop progressing, and that's dangerous. So here is what will help you. Being nice won't help you, ladies. I don't care how nice you are. We all know there are people that are super nice on this planet that get treated like crap on a day-to-day basis, right? So that should just be proof right there that being nice isn't going to help you at all. It doesn't mean you don't go around being kind to other people, because you don't have to be as ugly as someone is ugly to you, right? But just don't let it affect how you feel about yourself is the point that I'm trying to make. Don't let it affect your self-esteem. So here's what you need to do. Be prepared. Guard yourself, okay? Know that criticism is coming. Know that people that you thought were always had your back might not. They might see you going off and doing something new and get envious of it, get a little jealous because of it. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if your number one BFF, whoever, turns on you. You guys see those posts all the time, right? Where, growing and changing means losing, your circle getting smaller. That's true. People don't just find that, make it up, and post it on social media because they just, felt like it was a cool thing to say. They say it because they've been there, and it sucks. And it's like a realization that this is truth. This is truth. If you guys are all like on loser level, we'll just call it that, just not trying to be mean, but if you're all like on mediocre level, and then one of you is like, boom, you know what, I'm tired of being mediocre. I want to go out and save the world in this area, these people, that, whatever. Everyone else that doesn't want to do that is going to look at you like, I know who you are. I know your weaknesses. I know where your strengths are, and they're not that good. You can't make it happen. And they start to get jealous. And they start to turn on you, and that's why your circle gets smaller, but then you have to find a new circle that actually wants to do more things and encourages you. So guard yourself, be prepared, be confident in who you are, because you know what? There's things that all of us are really good at, okay? All different things. And then there's a lot of stuff that all of us really suck at and we're really bad at, okay? I have a lot of things that I suck at, okay? But I focus on the stuff that I'm good at, and I use that, right? And then what you suck at, you get people to help you with, somebody to compliment. So if you're not tech savvy, you find somebody that is. If you're a good speaker in public, but you're not, whatever, then get somebody else on your team that can do that, right? So anyways, find value in who you are, what your strengths are, and dwell in that. Because that's how you're going to help other people. That's how you're going to influence people online. That's how you're going to influence your team, motivate them. They don't need to think that you're perfect. Thanks, Joe. They don't need to know or think that you're perfect, because you're not. Nobody is. Actually, they'll find comfort in knowing that, Jen's actually not that good in this, or I thought she was like really great at this. Come to find out she's not, but she's still doing it, and she's still making it happen. And that's what you want them to see in you, right? So be prepared. Know that that the criticism and the discouragement and the abandonment is coming. Know that it will happen if it hasn't happened to you yet. And find value in what it is that you are passionate about and what it is that you are good at, and run with that, and get help in the stuff that you're not. And don't be ashamed of the stuff that you're not. I used to try to hide things that I felt I was weak in. I felt like that was kind of embarrassing. And one thing that I've noticed, because as you get older, I'm going to be 36 soon. As you get older, you start to, I don't know if you guys do this, but I do. I reflect in my life and how I've grown and changed. Hey, Jeanette. Yeah, my husband's a straight jerk. Sometimes. But anyways, you start to reflect of your life and where you've come from, where you've been and all of that good stuff. And I used to try to hide the things that I felt I was bad at, where my weaknesses were, and I was ashamed to admit them. That's where I used to be. And now where I am today and where I've been in the last few years, and actually I have to give credit to business for this, I think. I've become more confident since being a business owner than anything else. And I have no embarrassment to share what I'm not good at or what I hate doing. And so if you're not at that place and you think like you don't want anyone to know your weaknesses because you don't want them to look down on you and you don't want them to be like, oh, guess she's not as good as we thought. No, that just shows that you are humble and you know what? I'm not good at going live, but I'm going to do it because I want to share something with you. Or I'm really not good at standing up and presenting something. Or I'm really not good at running my team. But hey guys, I do care about you and I want you to build your team and I want you to make income and blah, 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 and whatever the case may be and whatever applies to you. It's okay to admit those things because that doesn't make you a bad person. Yes, love yourself and be real because nobody wants to hang out with Mrs. Fake McGee over here, right? Nobody wants to hang out with somebody that acts like she's got it all together, won't ever admit when she's wrong, when we can all clearly see what she's wrong, and just admit it and admit where you need help. And that doesn't make you any less powerful. It doesn't. Okay? Think of like even the greatest leaders. You think they had no weaknesses? You think if you got to see what was behind the curtains, you wouldn't be like, whoa, didn't know that was there. Wow, they're actually normal. What do you always hear when people meet a celebrity? They're like, oh, they did this like a real person. Okay, I don't engage in celebrity gossip, but I used to, right? So then I hear stuff on social media or the news, and of course I am up to date in some things. But back in the day, I used to engage in celebrity gossip, shameful to admit. And what I always did find kind of humorous is, I forget what magazine it was, but it was like, oh, the stars are just like us. And here's her shopping with no makeup. And here's her having a toddler throwing a tantrum. Why do we want to know that the stars are like us? We put them up on this pedestal, right? So you think like everyone's got to look at me on a pedestal. No, they don't. We take pleasure in knowing they are human. So it's okay to be human. Anyways, let's go back to the circle and why I even started this. Being nice won't protect you. So I don't care how nice and great you are. People will still mistreat you. People will still hurt you. People will still criticize your business moves and your goals and all of that. Who cares? Find value in who you are. Know where your strengths are. Get help where you don't. Don't be ashamed to admit it. Love yourself, like Robin said, and do it anyways. And if that means changing your circle and separating yourself and giving yourself some distance from those people, that's what you have to do to take care of you and your mission, your passion, and what it is that you're doing. All right? So don't think being nice is going to cut it. Nice girls finish last. All right? So anyways, thanks for joining, ladies, and I will talk to you soon.